My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver, and you're watching Driven Diary, episode 118. Driven Diary is the documentation of my life. How about that intro? Just so smooth. Driven Diary is the documentation of my life as I build a billion-dollar automotive service business called Driven Auto Care. Driven Auto Care currently is 3 locations in the San Francisco Bay Area, recently restaffed with management, and we are looking for the 4th location. So if that kind of thing sounds interesting to you, don't forget to subscribe below, because you will get to follow along in this journey on a week-to-week basis as I publish Driven Diaries and continue building this business. I felt the need to document the journey. There's a lot of very successful entrepreneurs out there, and not many of them documented the day-to-day of all the mistakes they made, how they felt going through the process, and when they finally turned the corner and became more successful with the business. And I have done that over the last 2.5 years with Driven Diary. So I hope you can become a longtime fan as we continue building this over the next several years. So this week's video, I am finally out of running the day-to-day of a single shop because we restaffed all of the management across all of the shops. And so that's meant that over the last 3 months, I've been filling in here and there, basically running shops for weeks at a time as I waited for new people to start, or I was interviewing them, or whatever it may be. But we're finally past that, and I get to focus on bigger picture things. I get to focus on building We Are Driven, which is the lifestyle brand accompanying Driven Auto Care that helps get ambitious car enthusiasts focused more on improving their lives. And we get to do more with Driven Auto Care and building up car count, holding the managers accountable to higher standards and metrics. So, with all that said, it's a fun, productive week. Let's get to the video. Friday morning. I'm here in the E92, and I am pulling off the freeway to go to the Campbell shop. Why am I going to the Campbell shop on Friday morning? Well, I wish it was for what I will be going to the Campbell shop this afternoon for, which is to train the new manager who starts on Monday, which is what I am doing this afternoon. I didn't intend to come down here this morning, but we have another loaner car stranded in a guy's garage in Saratoga. So I'm going to pick up a different loaner car, trade him out. I realized that this car had a dead battery issue and it's stranded Hamilton, and I've already had to waste my time going and getting Hamilton from his house once, and now I'm doing this again, and it's very frustrating. And we knew this thing had a dead battery parasitic draw issue. For some reason it slipped everybody's mind, we didn't actually fix the parasitic draw issue. I've lent this car out 3 times for several days, and it didn't have any problems. So it's quite frustrating that it all of a sudden reared its ugly head again. I sent this car out yesterday, no issues. It's been getting loaned out for 3 weeks without any issues. So this is going to be one of those intermittent issues that hopefully we can figure out what's wrong here. But oh well, here I go to trade out this customer for this loaner car. Yeah, that's what we got going on. I ran the books for November. Despite the $100,000 less in sales, we actually did okay profitability wise. We made money, net operating income. We lost money after all the one-time transactions, shop improvement stuff, buying a whole ton of hardware for all the shops, buying or writing payroll, PTO payouts for the 2 guys I let go from the Campbell shop. So we lost money after all that, but overall could have been worse. And I'm happy to say that the manager of the Santa Rosa shop especially earned a really good bonus for the month, so I'm excited for him. But yeah, here we are. Got to do this and then go back home, and back down here later. Pretty great. So, I think that's all I got for now. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. I don't think I filmed yesterday, so this is the beginning of Driven Diary episode 119, 118, something like that. And I've had a good weekend. It is December 7th. Today is Rainier's birthday party at the Driven compound, which is exciting. But I have been very busy the last 2 days, both with We Are Driven and Driven Auto Care stuff. With We Are Driven, I'm getting leads for the Dream Car Accelerator through Facebook, but I have converted 0 people, and I'm getting all different kind of objections. It's too expensive. I don't have the budget for that right now. This isn't for me. I don't want to do this. Or they're just not responding to me at all. So it's a little tough. I'm also targeting a lot of people that are literally under 18. I don't know exactly how they get targeted because my ads are 20 and up targeting. So that's kind of annoying that I'm getting like a 16-year-old with no car and no job. I don't think I can help him very much, and I don't think he has $3,000 to spend. But we'll figure that out. We will continue to figure that out. I think I need to broaden my offers. I need to have a cheaper offer for people who truly cannot afford it or who want to familiarize themselves with me first. And yeah, I mean, I feel the pressure. I don't have much consulting revenue coming in right now, so the money is not going in the correct direction in my bank account, and I need to, it's a lot of pressure on me to figure things out quickly, put it that way. I'm trying not to get overly desperate is the only thing. Separately, Driven Auto Care, the Fremont shop suffers from production management, workflow management. They have plenty of work in the shop. It's just a matter of getting it out efficiently. The Campbell shop is starting with a new manager tomorrow, and I did training with him on Friday, which is great. I'm excited for what is to come of that. And the San Ramon shop is suffering from no car count. And so I have bought the domain names campbellfleetservice.com, sanramonfleetservice.com, and fremontfleetservice.com. And I've been working with a guy on Fiverr this morning to create a landing page for each of those sites. I wrote up a whole landing page and then gave it to ChatGPT. SEO optimized, reading at a 6th grade level, and bullet points, all that kind of stuff. So that's great. Now it is a matter of waiting for the landing page guy to get to work. He's got some images to make or come up with and find. That'll hopefully help continue to grow the fleet and customer base in all 3 shops so that we do not encounter slow periods. That is the main thing I'm trying to avoid. Furthermore, yesterday I had to, in an emergency setting, I was sitting here at about 7 in the morning. I had to drive down to Saratoga and exchange loaner cars with a Campbell customer, so that was great. The battery died on the Passat again for the first time in a month, and that sucked. I think it's time to sell that car. I don't want to deal with a car with an intermittent parasitic draw. And it's frankly just not a very popular car with the customers. The loaner, they get in and they're like, what the hell is this? The key is all weird. The parking brake only sometimes automatically engages when you park. So it's just weird, man. It's just weird. Sell that. The Lexus GS that we've had sitting in the backyard forever waiting for a catalytic converter will hopefully be back on the road soon with a catalytic converter. That would be fantastic. And I think that's it. For now. I need to get the Civic Si done. I feel like a tow rig would actually be very useful right now, which is kind of frustrating that I don't have one. I'd pick the Civic and the FJ Cruiser up to San Ramon. They'd get done in like a day. Yeah, I'd probably take the Lexus RX up there too. Get done in like a day. I don't know, just stuff that needs to get done that's just sitting around. So, oh man, it's like 6:30 in the morning. I've been working. I woke up at 3:30 yesterday, 3:45 this morning. My parents are in town for Rainier's birthday party today, so appreciate that they've been able to help. And yesterday I was able to do some cool stuff as well, which was I went and did a car meet. First time I took the Mercy out to a car meet in a while, and I got to do a photo shoot with some guys from out of town, which was cool as well. So big long clip to start out this Driven Diary, big comprehensive update for you folks. That's all for now. All right, it's Monday night. It's 9 p.m. There's Hamilton. We got some bright lights again.
What is new, man?
What is happening? What are we doing, right? What are we doing? Well, let me tell you what we're doing.
Are we filming ads again?
We're filming ads again. So we've been at the Dream Car Accelerator Facebook ads on Facebook, obviously, for a little over a week. We've had 430-ish people click on the ad out of, I think, something like 3,000 people. So it's like a very good conversion rate for an ad. The problem that we're running into is that after they click on the ad and fill out the form, well, and I should say the form submissions to landing page views is also about 5%. So it's a huge drop off in that beginning of the funnel. The problem after that is the people who fill out the funnel or fill out the form really should be a closing opportunity. But what I've found is that's not the case as Hamilton drops his lens cap or something. People fill out the form, they then don't book a call. I've had one good sales call that I had today, and I had one good coaching call today as well. We are generating results with the Dream Car Accelerator, but Hamilton and I have been sitting here for like 2.5 hours trying to come up with ways to convert people into the program from clicking on the ad. So we just shot another ad that basically talks about offering the win your money back sort of conversion tool of the program, where if they succeed, then I will give them their money back because of the success story that will be achieved from it, which is great. So with that said, we kind of hammered it all out, like the anvil I was talking about in yesterday's video. And just to give you something else to look at, we'll show you what's going on around here. I've got this list of tasks going on here. We're talking about messaging drips for non-bookings, for bookings, automations for the drip software, retargeting ads using Facebook and Meta pixels. We're talking about the ads that we actually have to shoot for retargeting. I need to explain the offer better. The thing that we're finding is that people really want direction. They want direction. They want to know where they should be going. And really what it comes down to is people don't know. People struggle because they don't actually understand the results that they're working towards. But if they're into cars, then they can very quickly understand what they're working towards because it's a cool car, and that makes total sense. And then they can actually structure their action day to day to achieve that. So that's what we're doing there. Then I've got this huge list of tasks here that I'm working through. We got through 3 things today. Sponsoring vendor booths at future car meets, hosting additional car meets. Come out on January 7th, 2026 for the first shift event, and a drive afterwards. Mm-hmm. We got to lead nurture. We've introduced more friction to the lead capture process. We want to do some more downsell lead magnet type activities as well. This is a Driven Auto Care metrics training that needs to happen. We need to generate more images for the fleet advertising we started rolling out over the weekend. Hamilton's finishing the VSL for the fleet, and then we published Driven Diary. So we crossed off really 3 things on this list and came up with 4 things, and came up with many more tasks to do all these.
We crossed
all of these. We really, that was a net negative task activity.
3 off, added 6.
Yes, that is basically what happened.
So fun.
And not to mention all this crap. So, plenty to do. Campbell manager had his first day today. It went well until a alignment that dropped off first thing in the morning took all day to complete at our alignment sublet shop that we use, and it was a total disaster, and the customer was very upset. So, I'm excited though. He came in. He was very proactive right away, which was cool to see. And then he had a rough ending to the day there. So it's how it goes, I guess. But I'll be back down there tomorrow. We'll figure out how to get that smoothed out with the customer. (9:03 p.m. Monday night. That's all for now. What is that?
That's all for now.
That was way too enthusiastic.
And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Ooh, I just found something interesting. You Google Driven Auto Care, ZBT comes up. ZBT is right there. Whoa. We have our first competition ad going on here. This is exciting stuff. All right, we're gonna beat them. I already tried to record this once, but the video paused as I flipped the camera around here. So what's funny is we give ZBT business. we actually send people to them if people are looking for the cheapest price possible, because they are the cheapest price possible. When I started here, they were $85 an hour, and we were $200. Weird, isn't it? So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. We've conducted a lot of interviews of technicians over the last few days here, and we're getting pretty close to making a couple offers, which is also very exciting. It's Tuesday, late morning. That's all for now. There is a new closed job in the shop. The 1989 Chevy G20 van is a closed out job. Woohoo! Finally, it was in the shop for 6 months. Still Tuesday late morning. That's enough showing you customer information, but I don't ever want to see that thing again. I feel like I have diesel poisoning from it, so I will be very excited to get that thing out of the shop. Bye-bye, bathtub van. Bye-bye, bathtub van. Too intentional. That's all for now. Still Tuesday. We hired 2 technicians in the last 2 hours. The last videos I was shooting were at like 11:50. It's now 2 p.m. We've hired 2 new techs. Holy shit. And so in celebration, I got out the F80 so I can drive my nicest car home. Damn. The new guy in Campbell is giving me a lot of confidence. The San Ramon shop got a ton more business today after a very, very slow few weeks. Fremont shop's still cruising along, and we gotta keep going. I'm gonna film a bunch of training videos tomorrow, get onboarding up to speed a little more. Let's fucking go, man. This is awesome. That's all for now. Don't have a clock in here, but you can tell when the curtains are closed. It's dark out there, you can't see nothing. 5 a.m., Wednesday the 10th. And what we are doing right now is we're going over the new landing page for sanramonfleetservice.com. So this is our new landing page that we're gonna run some Google ads and Facebook ads to, kind of as a test for me. I want to see what it's like trying to run my own ads because frankly, I've struggled to get success in the way that I want it from the ads that we run, having other people do it. So I want to try it for myself. So we'll see what we can come up with here. I'm working with this guy on Fiverr here. He's been great, very responsive. He's in Bangladesh. He started his business in May of 2020, just like the rest of us did with COVID. So we're on the grind this morning. I gotta help out my accountant in the Philippines next. We're doing all sorts of virtual, international work this morning, and I'm helping her out because it is extremely important that we get correct our accounting. Very, very accurate. It's extremely important because people get paid off that accounting, and if it's just wrong and it's not not as much attention to detail that I would like, or timing seems off on some transactions, we have to get that stuff right. So I'm going to work with her to get that more accurate because I have started developing the regional manager job description and pay plan. Mark asked for that yesterday. He will be moving up into that role. We hired a technician to backfill the tech and backfill Mark's position. So Dylan moving in as a manager in Fremont, Mark moving up to regional manager. The new guy in Campbell's doing great. San Ramon is doing great in terms of pricing, not so much in staying busy, which is why we started on the San Ramon fleet here, but it's been solid. So yeah, that's what we got going on right now, and we'll keep at it, I guess. I'm just telling you what's going on. Driving the F80, like I said. It's nice. It heats up. Considering it's 40 degrees every morning right now, getting in the car in shorts and a light hoodie to go work out in the morning is painful. But when you have a heated steering wheel, very quick to warm up heated seats, and obviously, a heater that works really well in this car, much better than the E92. Much better than all the rest of them, really. This car, it warms me up nicely in the morning. And then I got my heater here at my foot, at my desk here. But yeah, I'm gonna go hit the very, very cold gym after I'm done helping the accountant out. That's all for now. Good evening. It is Thursday, a little after 5. Fremont shop guys are putting away all the cars for the evening. I'm headed home for an evening with my family because tomorrow evening is the Driven Auto Care Christmas dinner, so I will not be home for family dinner on Friday. And we had a very solid week after a very weak couple of weeks in the shop. The San Ramon shop is still slow, but Campbell, with the new manager today or this week, has had a very strong week. Fremont closed out a bunch of big jobs, strong. So it's exciting stuff. And I am really looking towards the future with positivity now with the Campbell manager in place. I just finished watching the previous week's Driven Diary, episode 117. I was not happy about performance at the time. This week is looking a lot better, both in terms of cash flow, getting production back up to speed, managing work that's going through the shop. San Ramon still needs work, but we are significantly better off than we were. And I visited every shop today. I have to talk to everybody in the company. I'm going to see them all again tomorrow, all together for the first time. All these new faces getting together. It's great. The new Fremont technician brought in his toolbox yesterday here, so Dylan will be taking over as the manager starting next week. We got plenty of training to do for that. Strong week this week. Fremont shop today closed out, I think, $19,000 in sales, so very pleased with that. And yeah, sentiments are high right now. I'm gonna drive home in my F80. That's all for now. Saturday, 4:42 a.m. Oh man, I'm here for a quick working and workout session. And I think this will wrap up the Driven Diary for this week. We had our holiday dinner last night, or Christmas dinner, I guess. I'm taking off the tradition of the UK when I lived in London, and I moved there in October 2019, and so we went very quickly into, the holiday season, and everything there was Christmas. It wasn't holiday; it was Christmas. I think, regardless of the other religious holidays or non-religious holidays, I guess, of the December timeframe, the actual festivities are very Christmas themed, unless you are a devout Jewish person in the U.S. As far as I can tell, at least. I'm sure there's more, but that is the people around me, and so I don't really think I'm offending anybody here. Anyways, it was great. We had about 23 people, a lot of kids, a lot of fun, a lot of good food, and it felt, appropriately special. And for the first time in 3 years of doing this, when I pulled out my wallet at the end of the night to pay for the dinner, I wasn't stressed about whether the card was going to actually go through or not for how much money it cost. And that's because I'm confident in my team to continue to grow this business, and it doesn't feel frivolous to spend thousands of dollars on a dinner. So that was great, and I'm glad we got to do that. People had to drive quite far to get to Fremont at 5 p.m., so I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you watching. So let's get to the outro. And that's it for Driven Diary episode 118. Thank you very much for watching. And as I promised, here is the outro being shot at 4 in the morning on Monday because Hamilton needs this footage so he can get to uploading. Now, if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like so we could show up higher in the YouTube algorithm. If you have any questions or feedback about the episode, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's Driven Diary. And until next week, I hope you can go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.